Kids and cadets, welcome back to Tommy Time. I had been working on this Bolens 21-inch cut, did my rehab on it, and noticed the muffler was loose and rattling, so I don't want to sell it with a rattly muffler, and I'll show you how to rectify this. This type of muffler screws into the block. Here's an example of one that I took off recently. It's got threaded pipe here, and in the manufacturing process they just tack weld it in 3 spots against the muffler itself. So over time, vibration, this loosens up, and this whole thing will start jiggling around and rattling when the engine's running. This muffler here happens to be the one I removed from the Bolens. So you'll see it rattling around. If you try to turn it, all you're going to be doing is spinning this. All that's going to happen is you're going to be spinning the muffler cage itself because your welds are broken. You can spin this all day long, it's not going to do anything to come off. What you got to do is take a large screwdriver or crowbar, get behind the engine block here, and just keep prying this off until it pops off. Like so. You're going to have to destroy this to get it off. Then you take your Robo Grip Craftsman pliers and loosen up the threaded section. That'll come right off. And that's what you're left with, this threaded piece. So I salvaged one off of a non-running machine. I just bought some high-temp spray paint last night, so I'm going to sand this down and paint this up black so it doesn't look like it's been submerged in the Gulf of Mexico. So that's how you rectify it. And you just screw it back into the block as far as it'll go, and then just snug it down with your Robo Grip channel locks. So this is a Pulse-A-Jet style unit. If you come over here, I've got 2 examples of the newer style overhead valve cam engines. You can see both of these are overhead valve engines. The blocks are the same, the only thing that they change is the size of the muffler. In this first example, you would take off the 2 screws here in the heat shield. You'd need a long extension to get down there. Then that one would come off. This one here is held on, same thing in the same exact configuration. You've got one here. You would access with an open end through this opening here. Same thing down here, you would access this probably through here. You could get an extension down through here. This is a little larger muffler. So this is the new style. If you've got to replace them, you're going to have to take off 2 bolts on either size muffler here. The older Pulsajets, like what I have here, it's a screw-on threaded muffler. There are 2 threaded holes here. There was another type of muffler with 2 long bolts, and it would go into here. There'd be an inner pipe that would fit right into that without any threads, like a beveled piece of pipe. And these 2 machined ports would hold the bolts down for the muffler. But I'm going to use the screw-on type. Because that's what I have on hand. I'm always reusing old parts as necessary. Keeps the production moving along nicely. I don't have to wait 2 weeks for parts to come in. Anywho, thanks for checking out this Bolens 21 with me.